Howdy, hi. It is Do Your Job Sports MLB Rundown picks and predictions for Monday, July 28th, 2025. We're looking at the best bets of the day. Let's get into the video. All right, got to take a look at the previous day's results. On the day, we go 5-5, a very boring day in baseball. Bring our season record to 422 and 406. I lost a tad bit of money today, seeing as though we did not hit any plus money. This is normally why I don't lay numbers in baseball. I took Dodgers minus 130, and they lost. That was painful. Anyway, I'm going to recap these real quick. Then we'll get on to the 4 games we have for tomorrow. Didn't really love this slate for tomorrow, so I kind of shied away. I like how it looks on Tuesday, though. Pitching matchups and stuff. Doesn't look bad. All right, game 1. It was the Cincinnati Reds at home to the Tampa Bay Rays. They win the game, and the under hits. Final score, Cincinnati 2, Tampa Bay 1. There was a total of 8 hits in this game. Brady Singer pitched really well, went 7 1/3 innings, gave up 3 hits and 1 earned. He struck out 8. Shane Baz, kind of middling, pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 hits and 2 earned. Tampa Bay's been struggling. They are now 500 on the season. Cincinnati, they are 6 games over 500. They're looking better and better for that NL wildcard spot. Probably not going to win the NL Central just based on how tough it is, but they could definitely snag a wildcard spot if they keep winning. Next game, we took the Rangers minus 115 on the money line and the over of 8.5 runs. The Atlanta Braves are horrible at baseball. This game was over basically right when it started. Final score of this one, Texas 8, Atlanta 9. It was 8-1 in the bottom of the third. They did not score a single run in the final 5.5 innings of this game. How you do that, I don't know. But I also don't care because we had the Rangers in the over, and those were both done and dusted by the bottom of the third. So shout out to the Rangers for getting it done. That's another team who's probably going to end up snagging a spot in the AL wildcard unless they can catch, who is it? I think the Astros they're behind in the AL West. I want to double check those standings real quick. Hold on. AL West, what are you looking at? Where's standings? Where are we at? Oh, they're behind the Mariners too. All right, yeah, I don't think the Mariners or the Rangers are catching the Astros. They're both 4 games back, but they could probably both get wild card spots. Right now, they are tied for the final wild card spot behind the Yankees and the Red Sox. And then there's my Guardians, 3.5 back. Don't count them out. All right, then finally, we hit the over 8.5 runs. Back-to-back days, the over is hit in the Tigers and the Blue Jays game, and it's had no business of hitting. It was 3-0. Detroit winning going into the bottom of the 8th inning, where they scored 7 runs. And then Toronto answered with 4 in the top of the 10th. Somehow both of these teams had 10 hits each, but the Tigers win the game 10-4. It was about time they won one. I'll give them credit where credit is due. You were finally able to hit the ball. Really was not even... Max Scherzer got credited with the loss. He didn't even pitch that bad. He actually went pretty good. He struck out 11. 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, 3 earned. They all came off of the bat of Gleyber Torres, a 3-run bomb, bottom of the third. So, honestly, overall, that's a win for the Blue Jays mentally. Despite losing 10-4, you get to see really good Max Scherzer performance at 41 years old. All right, losers. The Brewers. I should have just taken them on the money line. Instead, I didn't want to lay the minus, 140? So I took them on the run line. They win, but only by 1. So we lose the run line. We also lose the over. They only scored 3 hits on 9, or 3 runs on 9 hits. They left way too many guys on base. 17 left on base. Not a good day for the Brew Crew. They win, but they cost me money. Then the Dodgers. Minus 130 on the money line, over 10 runs. No bueno. How many did they get off of Walker Buehler? They only got 3 off of Walker Buehler. Then they got 0 off of the entire Red Sox bullpen. No runs. I am starting to not believe in the Dodgers at all. They are not good. Teoscar Hernandez, 0 for 4. Freddie, 0 for 4. Andy Paz, 0 for 5. The only one who actually hit a bomb today was fucking Michael Conforto. Tommy Edman, 0 for 3. Rushing, 0 for 3. Like, good God. No one hit the baseball. Then we have Blue Jays plus 100. They lost 10-4, but overall it was a mental win because Max Scherzer picks good. All right, that's the recap. Let me get on to the games for tomorrow. First game we got here, it is the Tampa Bay Rays headed to New York to take on the Yankees. I'm going to take the struggling Rays plus 100 on the money line. I'm also going to take the over of 8.5 runs. Rays 53-53 on the year, but they have lost 4 games in a row, including just getting swept on the road at Cincinnati. They have Drew Rasmussen on the mound, probably their best arm currently, 7-5 with a 2.93 ERA. I don't know what that was. Going up against Cam Schlittler, that's got to be one of the worst last names in baseball. Good Lord, that is bad. He's a rookie. He's out of Northeastern College. So far in the season, he has pitched 10 innings, struck out 10, walked 5, given up 2 home runs. He has played Toronto and Seattle. He's gotten hit in both of them for a lot. He went 5 innings, giving up 7 and 2 earned. Then he went 5 1/3, giving up 4 and 3. I don't like his strikeout to walk ratio at 10-5. That's not good. The fact you've given up 2 home runs in 10 innings, also not good. Then you throw into the fact that the Yankees don't have Aaron Judge right now, and their lineup is just a bunch of old guys who are supposed to be good at baseball. But does that mean they're actually going to produce on a night-to-night basis? Probably not. Goldschmidt is not in here. They've been batting him against certain pitchers. So who knows if he'll actually touch the lineup. Stanton, hit or miss. McMahon, they picked him up. Bellinger, I don't like. I don't trust this team. I don't think they should be laying minus 125 with a rookie pitcher against a pretty good pitcher in Drew Rasmussen, 7-5, 2.93 ERA. If you look at the Rays lineup, they're good. They're coming off of a rough series. This is a good bounce back spot. AL East battle. So both of these teams really want to win this series. Give me the Rays. I think they have the better lineup and the better pitcher at plus a moolah. Next game, I'm going to do it again. Give me the better team with maybe the better pitcher. A lot of people hype up Simeon Woods Richardson. I don't think he's actually going to pan out to be anything. He's been getting hyped for years, and he's done absolutely nothing. On the other side of the mound, you got Richard Fitz, 1-4 with a 4.87 ERA. This is more of a fade of the Twins than of anything. They're 3-7 in their last 10. They've lost 2 in a row. Meanwhile, the Red Sox, they're 6-4 in their last 10. They've won 2 in a row. They beat the Dodgers in a home series. They're kind of mashing the baseball right now. Previous games, this is what they've scored. 4, 5, 2, 9, 4, 3, 6, 0, 1. Okay, I'm going to stop reading those. But they've been hitting the baseball well. They're getting really good performances from their young guys, like Roman Anthony. Bregman's back in the lineup. Ref Snyder's hitting good at leadoff. Trevor Story's making a bit of a comeback. It's always nice to have a good hitting catcher, Narvaez. Duran, probably not going to hit 7 again, but that's where he was at in the lineup the previous day. They're playing good baseball. The Twins, on the other hand, they suck. They are not good. Byron Buxton is injured, so now you have Trevor Larnach leading off your team. Cody Clemens hitting 4 is not what any team wants at 216. This team isn't good. I'm going to continue to fade them. They suck. Give me the Red Sox plus money. Give me the under 9.5 runs. Next game, I'm going to keep riding the Blue Jays. They've made us a lot of money. Yes, they did just lose against the Tigers, but they won the previous, 2 games of that series? They hit the over-under every single time we bet it. They're the better team. The Orioles are actively selling their lineup. You can probably assume Cedric Mullins is going to be gone from this team in a little bit. Tyler O'Neill might not be in the lineup tomorrow because they traded him. You could see Ramon Laureano leaving to go to a team who needs a catcher. I'm talking to you, Cleveland Guardians. Sign Ramon Laureano again. He just hit 3 home runs in your ballpark when you had a home series against the Orioles. For the love of God, sign him. Anyway, give me the Blue Jays minus 115. They have the better pitcher with Chris Bassett, 11-4 with a 3.88 ERA. He's been really impressive this year. Zach Eflin, 6-5, 5.78 ERA. He's a guy who gives up contact You do not want to give up contact to this Blue Jays team. They have been absolutely crushing the baseball recently. Let me go through their recent runs scored. They've scored 4, 6, 6, 11, 8, 5, 4, 8, 6, 4. They're mashing the baseball. Vladdy's hitting for power numbers. Bo Bichette is somehow hitting for power numbers. Alejandro Kirk, Oompa Loompa looking dude, hitting 304 bombs. George Springer's playing like he's cheating again. I don't see why they're only minus 115. Give me the Blue Jays. Also give me the under 9 runs, though. I think this is screaming like Blue Jays 6-1 kind of game. I think Chris Bassett goes really well against an Orioles lineup that could look very different once they actually trade people away. All right, final game here. It is the Miami Marlins at the St. Louis Cardinals. I'm going to take the Marlins plus 100 on the money line. I'm going to take the over of 8.5 runs. Marlins coming off of a loss. The Cardinals are coming off of 2 losses. Cardinals not really been playing well recently, especially when Palante is pitching. Andre Palante's most recent game log is atrocious. In his last 3 starts, he's given up 5 runs, 5 runs, and 7 runs. That is 8 hits in 5 innings, 9 hits in 4 innings, and then 8 hits in 6 innings. He is simply not pitching well. Edward Cabrera, he's actually been really solid recently. His most recent starts, he's given up 1, 4, 2, 0, 2. I think we have similar offenses here. This Miami lineup has proven they can randomly put up 6, 7 runs in a game. It's hot in St. Louis. The balls are flying. Palante's giving up a lot of hard contact. I think the Marlins plus 100 is not the correct number, so I will take it, and I'll also take the over of 8.5 runs. All right, that is going to do it for me in this video. Only 4 picks today. Really didn't love the card. I mean, the other games, you have Cleveland minus 235. I'm not laying 235 with the Guardians. Detroit laying 130 against the Diamondbacks. I'm not touching the D-backs with a 10-foot pole. They're trading their entire team. The Dodgers laying 175 at the Reds. No thank you. Phillies laying 215 at the White Sox. No. It's a pick'em between the Cubs and the Brewers. I want no part of that. The Braves are laying 175 at the Royals. You could tempt me to bet the Royals, which I might do. You have Astros laying 235 to the Nationals. No. Rangers laying 200 to the Angels with DeGrom on the mound. Another no. This is one game I almost bet. It is Padres laying 135 to the Mets. It's Montas versus Cease. I was going to take the Mets plus 110 on the money line. Still might do that, but didn't want to put it in the video. You have the Giants laying $125 to the Pirates. No pitchers have been announced. And then you got the Mariners laying $130 to the Athletics. It's Castillo versus Sears. I want none of that. So if I had to pick a game without actually giving lineups, I would probably take the Mets plus 115 at the Padres as my other pick. All right, now it is actually the end of the video. I appreciate you watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.